I'm about to do a draw, and I'm going to do it on a daily basis for now to see what's going on in Ukraine and what we need to know. I'll be going to do I Ching readings as well, so if you want to see those, please follow and like maybe and see what happens. Okay, Queen of Wands. Okay, we want something new. We want to solve this, really. Queen of Wands, we want to solve this. But for now, I don't think that we can. And we need to listen to what our intuition is telling us. So maybe leaders need to also listen to their intuition, their gut knowing. I'm going to draw another card as well. They're doubting, see? They really don't know exactly what they need to do yet. There's a few choices presented, what needs to be done, and we have that globally, yeah, as the West. Because we're not seeing everything yet, and we don't know, and we are unsure. So that's why there's some insecurity. I feel we need to trust our instincts on this as well. So let's see what tomorrow's card brings. This is for March 7th. Okay, TikTokers, a quick draw on personality of Putin. Oh yeah, that guy is not going to give up soon. Strength. He wants what he wants. There's perseverance for now. This is for now. This is March 8th that I'm drawing this card. This is for now. So, I mean, now he's still holding on. We can't know how long he will do that. So let's see what else is happening here. So this one is for Putin. Let's see what else we need to know. Okay, Ten of Swords. So in a way, lots of people getting hurt here. But there's also hope. Now, I feel this is twofold. This is Ukrainian people getting hurt but having hope, but also him, Putin himself. He knows he's having losses, but he's still holding on because he still sees some chance for winning this. Now, if he can win this, I don't know, because there are losses from him. I feel this card for sure is the Ukrainian people getting hit, taking losses, even representing companies worldwide that have been withdrawing from Russia. They're getting hit and they're willing to get hit. They're willing to suffer the losses, and they can withstand those losses. We know that these big corporations can withstand these losses. But there is hope that this is going to solve anything. Now, let's have a look what card is coming out next. I'll be shuffling again. Still some hard times ahead for everybody, not only for the West, also for Putin. This is not going to be solved in one day, unfortunately. Okay, March 9th, the global events. Oof. The Cold King, King of Swords. Some decisions will be made. Some things need to be, some bullshit needs to be cut out. Leaders need to take a position, need to make, I feel, stronger decisions for the West, but also if this represents Russia, they're also having this card, yeah? And if this is Putin, he is cold and calculated. He's even cynical. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what happens to normal people, not for his own people, not for the people of Ukraine. He doesn't care. He just makes decisions as he sees fit and what is in his best interest and what serves his, well, let's call it maybe a paranoia mind. And let's see what else comes out. I'll put this aside. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay. Someone is holding a victory dance, but this can also be peace talks. This can be talks coming together, trying to find a solution. Now, this can be either between Ukraine and Russia, but this can also be other leaders that try to speak to Mr. Vlad, as I call him, the Vlad. So let's see what happens. Let's do another one today for the global affairs. So, I'm just going to ask very generally what we need to know about what is next, or what may be next, because remember, the cards don't hold the ultimate truth. What may be next in the situation between Ukraine and Russia. So let's have a look here. Oh, this is coming out again. So I'm pulling this card for Thursday the 10th. And yesterday, I think it was yesterday that for the Wednesday it came out as well, on the 9th. So this is the coldness, the calculatedness of Putin. But I feel here as well that this indicates that there needs to be a decision. Something needs to be really cut out. Now I'm going to pull another card, so let's put this aside here and see what happens next, because they're looking for a decision, yeah, and there should be a decision. Somebody should break this, should come in and really cut through it, you know, with the sword. Let's see what needs to be cut through, you know. Yeah, it's with money. It's about those sanctions, probably. I feel there's still money, way too much money. I mean, Putin still has way too much money. He's still comfortable. He's not the Russian population that really is going to suffer with these measures. I mean, in the end, yes, probably he is. But right now, he still has money hidden somewhere. And he probably has still money that he can get to. I mean, I don't see that he hasn't got any money. Let's just say it like that. So there needs to be something. There needs to be a decision. Now, I'm going to see where the decision is going to come from, whether that's from the Western leaders or maybe, you know, somebody in his, well, okay, Emperor. So, you know, I'm just going to throw it out there when it's coming to my mind. So, Putin is holding on. He's stubborn. He is holding on with all his might. The Emperor, he's sitting there, he's stubborn, he's obstinate. He also is arrogant. He thinks he is... I even believe he believes his own delusional thinking about, you know, the Ukrainian people attacking him or Russia or him, whatever you want to see this. But he has this delusional, this grandeur thing going on. Yeah, but on the other hand, this card is also somebody else who has power, and I feel it is somebody who has power in Russia. And that needs to be the one who takes this decision. Now, what decision that is? I'm not going to pull a card on that. Let's wait for tomorrow when I pull the cards for Saturday. Not for Saturday, but for Friday, because I don't like to pull too many cards at once on the same day, because it doesn't feel good to me. But, okay, that's what I see. So decisions need to be made. Putin still has money. It's not the end of his garden here, not yet. And he is going to be very obstinate. And there needs to be somebody in power, somebody who is nearly, you know, I would say somebody who's nearly at this, from the same level as him, that needs to make that decision to really stop this. I feel that Putin only can be stopped by, well, as somebody, an insider. But it's also, don't forget his arrogance, yeah? This guy doesn't want to lose face. The Emperor doesn't want to lose face. Okay, let's see what the next cards are going to be. Okay, for Friday the 11th, Global Affairs, looking into the situation. Oh, this one jumped again. This one came out yesterday, yeah? For for, well, I don't pull the cards on the day itself, but I just focus on the energy of that day. But I do, I do them together because, I mean, for the week it's easier, and it's also more coherent when I do it like that. The cards come out more coherently, if that makes any sense. Anyway, let's see what we need to know for Friday for the thing going on with Russia. Okay, patience. We need to be patient. We need to also be careful. Temperance. There's, temperance calls for coming together. Nothing rash, nothing rushing. Also diplomacy. Still diplomacy still is one of the biggest weapons. I mean, it's not a weapon, one of the biggest tools we have. The angel is protecting the diplomacy. There is coming together on making it work. It's to continue try to make it work. But there is a lot of patience involved in this. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What else? What else do we need to know? So be patient. Don't be also afraid. Don't be forceful. I mean, in general, when you're feeling really anxious about this whole situation, know that this whole thing will require a little bit patience. Okay, I don't like that card. But in a way, I mean, this is what we're feeling right now. Lots of people really sad, lots of losses, lots of worries. I mean, I understand totally the total despair and the anger even, and the sadness of people who have lost a beloved one. And that is even on Russian side, yeah. There's so many human losses, so many children that unfortunately die. And I also cannot stop thinking about animals. I see many Ukrainians taking their pets, but I must imagine that there are also people that can't take their pets, or shelters that cannot move the pets and the animals. I mean, I also saw that the animals from the zoo were being rescued. I don't know why I'm speaking animals here, because I know human lives are more important, but I cannot help it. I mean, there's so much frustration, there's so much sadness, and there's also so much people who are not directly involved and are not Ukrainians, are not living in Kiev or near the Russian border. Other people in Europe, and I think all over the world, are totally worried what is going to happen, what is next. I think the fear of, some nuclear disaster, whether that's to do with the nuclear energy centrals that Ukraine has, or whether it has to do, with the possibility of a missile launch. I mean, the worries are there, and they are valid. But there's also this, this asking for diplomacy, asking to keep on trying, asking for patience. And sometimes when we're desperate, we sometimes do things that we don't need to do. So I'm asking here, leaders, people, decision makers, please do not do anything rash because of the desperation or the fear, because that's not the idea. You need the temperance here, yeah? Okay, another card, the last one for today, Friday the 11th, yeah? Okay, it seems that there's going to be some kind of breakthrough, though. I remember that, with the diplomacy, there can be, with the Page of Swords, there can be the start of a breakthrough. There is not a complete breakthrough, but there can be some start, some sort of... Usually this can be a little bit of a violent card, but I don't think here with that Temperance card that it is. I feel people are careful, and we're carefully trying to make a breakthrough in that, in the complete stuckness of no communication, and that's needed. I'm going to just have a look at that bottom card here. Options, but, I feel that this is really Putin. There are many proposals being done to him, but he's not going to accept anything. He doesn't want what is offered to him, because I think behind the scenes there are talks because of this card, because of the diplomatic card. But then at a certain point, he doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want to accept anything because he wants to be in charge and he doesn't want to lose face and his ego. But then I feel that there's going to be a little bit of a break into this energy here. But that's the ongoing energy this week with him. And also I feel that if you turn it around, you turn it from the Ukrainian perspective or the Western perspective, the Western world in general, they're making offers, and they're trying their best to see if there's a solution. But at the moment, no solution is working just yet. Okay, this is for the focus is on Saturday the 12th. Now, of course, these cards, when I pull them like this, and I do it beforehand, before the actual date, this can be a little bit shifting in time, yeah? So not necessarily today as this is happening. Okay, I hope that some wisdom is going to come through. We have the Hermit here. Some people are gaining perspective. Now, of course, this can be, as well put in, and I hope when it's him that he gets some insights, some true insights. But I'm holding my breath for that one. I feel this is some wisdom gained. Maybe this can even be like intelligence info, sneaky info, coming behind, from sources that we don't know. Maybe there's some intel coming from inside his inner circle that intelligence agencies are gathering and are getting from an unexpected source. Now let's have a look here. That's what it feels like. But okay, who am I? I am not an intelligence. I'm not a CIA agent or something like that. I'm not a spy. But I feel that you see, you have this King of Wands. That King of Wands is usually on top of his game. So I feel that the intelligence is getting right information that which they can act upon, which can is very get fire going. This is a fire king. So yeah, I feel that there's information coming in from, I don't know what the source is, but there's information that gives an idea of what can be done, which actions can be taken right now to bring this situation a little bit more into a better state. Okay. The sun, I like that this card came out because of course the sun is a good card, but I'm not going to say that this is the card that, okay, we're going to win, or Ukraine is going to win this and it's successful. I don't dare to say that, but I feel that there is a bit of, light shining through with this intelligence that's coming through, and that brings in a possibility to act, an idea that's forming, and there's hope here. I feel this sun here gives a little bit of a hope for, okay, what can we do that is good? So let me have a look here. I'm going to pull another card here. Not even looking at the bottom card because I have been shuffling. So yeah, this is interesting because I remember yesterday for the Friday the 11th we had the Page of Swords, where I said there's a start of cracking, a sort of breakthrough. Now Ace of Swords is really a beginning. Yeah, it's a beginning. There's a beginning of a breakthrough moment here. Now, I really don't know for which parties, but I feel, because I'm reading it and the way I'm asking it, it's for the Western side, well, for the Ukraine side. And yeah, so let's hope here. Okay, I'll be focusing on Sunday the 13th shortly. Okay, here's that reading or the cards for the Sunday the 13th. So let me just, okay, there's a transition period. I also see this as people, more people getting out, but getting rescued. Yeah, maybe there is another, and now really, because we know that, you know, Russia has been playing with these corridors to get people out, you know, these safe corridors to get people to the west, but then they opened it up only to Belarus and Russia themselves, and people didn't want to go there, which is understandable, of course. But I feel there's another attempt to that. Yes. There's also, I feel that there is some, remember that Ace of Swords and that Page of Swords, and here we have Swords again. So I think there is some breakthrough that is starting to move along. So there is some progress there, let's hope. I mean, the cards, as I said, I always say this, the cards are not the definite truth. There is a possibility here to make a little bit of progress. Yeah, Page of Cups. There is also a surprise coming. I don't know if that's a good surprise or not. Usually when the page is applied, I would say a good surprise. But I mean, in this situation, in the world situation, I would not really, I don't hold my breath for that, and I don't want to put any hopes where there are not. So there may be some surprising development coming out, some surprising news, some information that surprises people. But of course there will be people who are completely not surprised by this, because, you know, they have other intelligence than we have. There are other information and accesses than we have. So yeah, but I feel there is something surprising now. I hope that surprise is not negative. Let's just have a look here. I'm focusing on that surprise, yeah? Surprise message. The Nine of Cups that tell me that, you know, that there is some, together with here, the Six of Swords, a bit of progress. There is probably, you know, maybe that they initiate talks, and this time talks are bringing a little bit more of some kind of a result, which is surprising, which people probably didn't expect. That's what it feels like. Now please know that these cards are not written in stone, so they can shift, and as I'm pulling them ahead of the actual date for which they are being drawn and pulled, this can shift, yeah. So the last card here, let me pull one more. I want to pull one more. Oh. You see, I feel that there is hopes, there is surprising news, this is progress, but also I think there's still fear that progress is not true, that you know, that progress may be just temporary and then it falls back. So the fear is there, and that could well happen, of course. I'm not going to pull a card on that. I'm just going to leave that fear is there still, the worry is there, because, you know, we're dealing here with somebody who is really unpredictable, who is probably, although he's being called a stable genius by some persons, and we all know who I'm talking about, I don't feel that there is a lot of rationality still going on there, even though it's swords. But I feel there is, you know, that worry is that something else may happen, something that they didn't foresee, that they didn't know. I'm talking about Putin doing something irrational. The fear is there, and the fear stays there, even with higher up people, yeah, who have much more information than we do, because I don't have all the information. The cards probably have more information, but I can read them, you know, in the wrong way, and that is possible because my energy is mixed in this as well. Don't forget that. It's not just here. This is not something objective completely. And especially because, of course, my fears are triggered as well with this card. And yeah. Okay, so that's it for Sunday, the 13th of March.